Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to achieve a watercolor look with your earrings using two different methods, both of them fairly easy. Before we get into it, we had a giveaway in our last video, and Nikki Smith, you were the winner we chose at random, so check out the comment you left on that video so you can claim your prize. For the first method, I wanted a boho springy type vibe, so I'm using Sculpey Premo here, and I just picked out a couple of complementary colors. I'm using a big piece of white clay for my base, and then I'm going to start tearing off chunks of each color and laying them down. I've rolled everything really thin. This was a 5 setting on my Atlas pasta machine because there's going to be quite a few layers to this one, and I don't want my earrings to end up too chunky. You can see I'm mixing it up kind of like a camo pattern, and then once the whole thing was covered and I couldn't see any more of that white, I'm just going to give everything a quick roll together. I ran that whole thing through my pasta machine on a 4 setting, so again, keeping it really thin. And then you don't have to add gold leaf, but as we know, I'm a sucker and I'll add it on anything, so I'm just spreading a little bit of that out on there. I rolled out a big thin piece of translucent clay, big enough to cover this whole thing, and then I'm going to give it a quick once over just to make sure it really sticks. How thin you roll your translucent clay is going to directly correspond with how intense that pattern underneath comes through once you bake it. So if you don't want it to be as strong as my final product, then you can roll it a little bit thicker. So I'm basically now just going to repeat that process one more time. I'm using that same blue color, and that's going to be the base of my finished earrings. And then I'm tearing off little pieces of that translucent slab and just layering it on there. This final time I ran it through my pasta machine, I kept it on the 0 setting because that's how thick I wanted my earrings to be, but of course that's down to your preference. I'm dipping my cutters in some cornstarch just to keep them from sticking to that clay, and then once I'm all finished, I'm going to throw these in the oven at 275 for 30 minutes to bake. For the next method, I'm going to use acrylic paint to create my watercolor design, and I'm using that same white base and a regular old paintbrush just to lay down basically just splotches everywhere. You don't want to go too thick with the paint either. I basically just layered it on until I could just not see the white anymore, but I tried to keep my layers fairly thin. I used little splotches of gold paint instead of gold leaf, and then I let my paint dry completely before again just covering the whole thing with a thin piece of translucent clay. I'm using a purple base this time, and I wanted to mix it up a little bit, so instead of tearing off my pieces, I'm using a circle cutter, and I'm going to create like a scale effect because I wanted a little bit of a mermaid vibe with these ones. I'm dipping a couple edges of those scales in some gold, and then I'm just layering it down, but you could totally just do the tearing off little pieces method. So here is before they go in the oven. And then here's the after, and you can see how nicely those colors come through. Here are the first earrings. They're a lot more poppy as well, and I'm just gonna go in and clean up any rough edges. I added a thin layer of resin to these ones because I found it just really complemented them and gave them like a nice glassy depth. I thought they looked really pretty, and then I'm gonna add some hardware. And here they are all finished. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see, please leave those down in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next one.